What got you started becoming a character and visiting hospitals?
I first started dressing up in characters just to go to comic conventions and stuff like that, goofing off. And then I met somebody, a friend of mine, Michael, and he does he was doing charity stuff on the side as well. And I always thought that was pretty cool. So he invited me out to Pittsburgh Children's Hospital. They were visiting some kids out there, and they wanted a Captain America. And I was like, yeah, I'll do it for sure. And so I did the visit, and it was really, I don't know, it's just like eye-opening to me. And I was like, wow, this is how instead of going to conventions and just dumping money anyway, at the time I was just buying tickets to go to conventions and not buying anything, literally just running around.
Yeah.
I was like, this is what I want to do with my art or whatever.
What was it that you saw?
So we just visited like kids that are in there for, they sick, have cancer. We visited the Ronald McDonald House out there as well. So it was a multitude of just children with, issues and things going on. And at the time, I had, I had 3 kids at home. I'm like, man, that's really like eye-opening, like the impact that the kids have when the characters come into the room, and they connect right away, they start talking, and for like the brief amount of time, nothing's really going on. It's just like, wow, man, I'm sitting here with like Captain America and Batman and Spider-Man at the time.
Yeah, so the kids must really light up.
Yeah. So it's like it's really cool. I like it. I think it's a lot of fun for both ends. Like the kids enjoy it. I enjoy hanging out with just talking to some of these kids I've developed like really long lasting like friendships with as well.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah. There's like kids, I've known kids for like 4 years. I talk to their parents all the time, make sure everything's going okay and stuff. So.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so we call it the little Avengers family. Call them the Avengers kids is what we basically tell them within our circle.
Oh, that's cool. So is Captain America your go-to?
Yeah, Captain America is my go-to.
What else do you do?
I've done Green Arrow. I do Star-Lord a little bit, because that character lets me like relax, break out a little bit. I did
it could be goofy if you're Star-Lord,
yeah,
right?
I've done Spider-Man, and I've done Deadpool before as well.
Okay.
So I've done a lot of characters before, but I always just go back to Captain America.
Okay.
The Star-Lord would be my second option.
Which character do you think the kids connect with the most?
Overall of everybody?
Yeah, out of all of them that you do.
Captain America.
It is Captain America.
Yeah.
Why do you think that is?
Nah, he's probably the most popular if Spider-Man's around, I might as well just go home. So that's what we always say. There's a couple guys in our crew that do Spider-Man. We're just like, well, we're just not going to show up now. But, Captain America, because, he's popular. A lot of kids look up to the captain. He's the leader. You know what I mean? He's the wise leader, the guy who knows all the stuff, what to do and stuff. So
now, is there there's a group of you, right?
Yes.
And what's the name of the group?
Our organization is the Central PA Heroes Coalition.
Okay. How many of you?
Right now, our roster is up over 60 right now.
I love that it's a roster.
Yeah, we call it a roster. So there's about 60 members,
okay,
or more, a little bit more.
So who do you cover? I guess everything DC, Marvel, or there?
We do DC, Marvel. Sometimes we dabble on a little bit of Disney or something, but every now and then. We don't do this much anymore. And then we started doing our own events. So every year we do a trick-or-treat trail in E-Town, an indoor trick-or-treat trail.
Oh, okay.
And that's where all our members they just break out with whatever craft they want. So
that's cool.
we get to I don't know, it's just break the walls of break out of the superhero gets and do other stuff.
Does that serve as a fundraiser for anything or something?
No, we just do it free so we fundraise throughout the year for a multitude of our events.
Okay.
But the Trick or Treat Trail is one of the free events we do for the community and stuff. So this will be our 3rd year doing it.
So what are some of the fundraising events that you've been doing?
every year we do a superhero breakfast where we have like it's like a pancake breakfast, but we have superheroes there and stuff.
How did I not know about this?
I
I'd
have
go
no
eat some
idea,
pancakes with
man.
some.
Maybe my networking isn't as good. I don't know.
We need to get
Or
the
my
word
marketing,
out here.
yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, we do that, and then we do like a T-shirt sale and some other stuff. But I mean, like basically, how we get most of our funding now is we just go and support other organizations, and then they kick us back a contribution. So,
Okay.
because
Okay.
we're a 501c3, so we're taxed, write it off.
Yeah. Yeah. And like those breakfasts, where are those located?
The breakfast is located here in Elizabethtown.
Okay.
And same with the trail.
Okay. So mostly Elizabethtown, but you break out to other parts
Yeah,
of the county?
we do events in Lancaster, York, and Harrisburg. Those are like our three major whatevers we do. So we're down in like York a bunch for some of the Revs games, and
Okay.
we were down there for the extra give type thing they do down there. And then in Harrisburg we do some events, and Hershey, and just it's all around like the area. Every Christmas we invite all the families. We all part of the Avengers families, so we invite all the families of the kids and stuff. We invite them to like a location. We do like a big Christmas gift giving with the characters, and then we have like cookies and stuff like that. So the families come in for like hour increments or whatever, like their appointment time,
Okay.
and they hang out with like. So like I'll be there as Captain America with some of the kids I've met as Captain America, and then we'll give them gifts and stuff and hang out for a while and do some like Christmassy comic photos.
Yeah.
And then send them on our way. So that's what we do at the end of the year. Or we visit like the Ronald McDonald House for the Light of Light thing they have, and then we visit Mom's House of Lancaster to give out gifts, and we usually try to squeeze another one in there. And then we do like a holiday parade too. So, and we all like Christmas flare up our costumes and stuff, like Christmas lights and hats and stuff, have fun with it. So,
Yeah.
well, Lancaster, we've done 2 big superhero adventures. I hope you would refer to them.
Okay.
No? It's okay. Yeah.
But I'll be on the lookout.
Yeah, this past May we did a giant superhero adventure, and it involved Escape on Queen, Spice Tea. We used Altana as our Avengers Tower.
Okay.
The Lancaster City Police Department was involved. Yeah, we had all types of stuff going on. And it was basically our little buddy Noah was running around with Spider-Man trying to stop Thanos, and then it ended at the Lancaster County Park, and we had this big battle with Nerf guns and the cops and stuff. It was fun.
Oh, that is cool.
So that's some of the events that we like to gauge on to and put on ourselves. So it was a lot of fun.
So when you get to the hospital and the kids see you in these, and you're coming in as Captain America, what's their reaction? And what are some of the craziest things you've heard kids ask? Do they want you to throw your shield?
Yes.
Do they?
So we actually haven't done a hospital visit in a while. We
Okay.
started more or less doing them coming to the kids. Because with the hospitals, you have a lot of like rules and regulations about like cross-contamination, and most kids that are in the oncology unit, they're also like in quarantine, so you can't really see them. So what we do now is we kind of wait for them to get home, like one of their little breaks and stuff, and then we visit them at home.
Oh,
So I mean, it would be the same thing, normally their eyes light up. I do notice a lot that sometimes they get like character shock and they're just like clammed up for like 15 minutes, like, but yeah, definitely a lot of the groundbreaking is like, can you throw your shield? Like, no, I can't throw my shield, man. It'll bounce off and break stuff, and then I have to pay for it.
Do they ask you like specific
Yes.
things? Do
Yeah,
they about the
a
movie?
lot of kids ask about the movie stuff, if they've seen the movies. There's, I've had kids, they know a lot of comic book stuff too. So, and the cartoons, you have to follow all these avenues of like, of all this information. You should know it. So,
Yeah, so I guess you got your homework to do, huh?
Yeah,
You got to keep on top
make
of
sure to study a lot now.
it. Yeah. How did you get into comics and comic characters?
I used to read comics a lot when I was a kid, and then I guess I grew up, unfortunately, And then I stopped reading, and then I got back into a lot of video games and stuff, and I was at a convention, and they had some comics there, and I was like, man, get back into comics. So that's kind of how I got back into comic reading and stuff like that.
Okay.
But I always liked just reading comics. I prefer the graphic novels, just because I can get them all done in time.
What are you reading now?
Right now, I'm not reading anything.
No?
I was catching up on The Walking Dead, and then I got so
Yeah.
I'll get back onto it. I'm kind of waiting for a good time to jump back into some of the Spider-Man stuff. So,
Okay.
but you know, this has me busy. So,
It does. How much time do you spend? Like when you suit up, how long does that take?
I will say it takes 15 minutes. My wife will tell you it takes me an hour. Okay. So, it depends on how long I want to make it.
Do you drive to the event in costume?
Some of them I have.
Yeah. Did you ever get pulled over as Captain
I've
America?
gotten pulled over before, but it was actually, ironically, one of our members is a cop. And I didn't know it at the time. I was like, come on. And he walked up beside me. I was like, seriously, dude?
So what do your kids think about you dressing up as a superhero and going out into public?
They like it.
Yeah?
They've gotten into it. I've gotten my older son has done the costumes with me as well. So when I was Star-Lord, he was Rocket Raccoon. We made a Rocket Raccoon costume for him. And this Miles Morales costume he really liked. My daughter has done like Jubilee as before and stuff. So they really like it. I like to think that they've taken away about the sense of giving back. So they've done things on their own, like donated stuff, and so it's rubbed off on them.
Yeah. So if somebody wants to contact you about coming to visit, or if they know someone who like, oh, this would be perfect, you know, for my niece or nephew, how do they do that?
They can go to our website, which is paheroescoalition.com, or they could just go to any of our social media pages and stuff.
Facebook.
Yep,
Twitter.
Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Okay.
And then just hit us up on there. The recruitment door is always open for people to come in, even if they don't want to dress up and just help out. We always need more help, just like even at our events. You know, sometimes you get the unruly people, sometimes you just need help like zipping up and getting things buttoned in and stuff like that. Sometimes like the
You need roadies.
Yeah, basically. And sometimes the masked characters can't hear as well, so they don't always hear that quiet kid trying to get Spider-Man's attention, so it's always good to have somebody tap you on the shoulder.
Is there ever a fee?
No, we don't charge anything. So, especially I won't take any money from families who need like a visit and stuff. I look at it kind of like we're like just comic versions of like therapy dogs.
There you go.
Yeah,